Hi, I'm Beryl, and today we're talking about mangoes. When I think about mangoes, I immediately think of mango sticky rice. It's not something I make at home, but something that I always order when I eat out. I love the condensed milk drizzle. Duh. I did make it this time. That's a great combo. The thing is, around the world, mangoes are used in a variety of ways. So today we are looking at 5 mango preparations from 5 different countries. Let's get started. I'm just gonna have some more of this. The other Beryl can cook.
Hi, I'm Alex. It's Alex again. I'm originally from China, but now I reside in Canada. The mango dish I would like you to try is called Bingjiang, mango rice milkshake or mango rice smoothie. It looks like a regular mango smoothies, but the twist here it adds cooked the gluten rice. It is a street-style dessert found in southwestern province called Guizhou. I get to know this food when I traveled there when I was a child. And for the taste, it's not as sweet as the Western smoothie, but with the add of the rice milkshake, they have a mild sweetness from the rice itself, and it pairs well with the natural flavor of the mango as well. Even though I haven't been to that place for many years, and I still remember this delightful mango dish to this day. So I hope it will taste good and memorable to you as it was to me.
As you may have noticed in the intro, there's more than one mango drink. I think I was just really thirsty when I was picking options today. Whoa, okay, that is thick and really yummy. I would have never thought to put rice in a shake. This also doesn't feel like a shake because there's no milk in it. It feels like a really thick mango pulp juice drink, but then the sticky rice has like a little bit of an earthy flavor to it. There's also little bits of rice that just feel like plump kind of boba style things when you sip it. This is very enjoyable. Ooh, I did just get like a little bit of a head rush from all the ice. I was like banging on that ice to try to break it down because my blender, I don't recommend the blender, but like the blender works, you know, but you have to like help it along a little bit sometimes. You may recognize Alex. He was also in my fermented foods episode. I made cowpeas that were like one of my favorite dishes that I've made in a long time. I've made it twice since. It's really, really good. The recipe is in the description. This was super, super simple to make. The hardest part was making the mango sticky rice because there was like a million instructions that were antithetical to how I thought that you normally make rice, but it worked out. It worked out. Ultimately, this is super refreshing. If you can't have dairy, this is a great way to have like a mango shake that feels like a shake because it's thick and kind of like a little bit, it's not creamy, but it's ricey in a creamy way. But so this is great if you can't have dairy, and it's delicious. Just the sticky rice was a little confusing. Before we get to the next recipe, I would like to thank Vessi for sponsoring today's episode. Vessi makes the most incredible waterproof sneakers, and they do not look like what you might expect waterproof sneakers to look like. I got my first pair about a year ago, and since then, they have become my go-to travel shoe because not only do they look really good, but they are comfortable, they are waterproof, and they are super, super easy to walk in. I was recently on a trip to Mexico City with my friends Lisa and Janelle, and these were my go-to sneakers because we did a lot of walking and we were right at the brink of rainy season, so I was able to walk around when it was raining down buckets and my feet were dry the entire time. No flex, but Janelle was really jealous and she ended up getting a pair because she was impressed. Outside of wearing Vessis as a city shoe, they're really great for hiking because they clean really easily. So if the hike is wet and muddy, number one, dry socks, but also you can come home and clean them so you don't just have like dirty shoes after that. I think what I love most about them at the end of the day is that they really meet in the middle for me for function and fashion. I don't feel like I'm like putting on my waterproof shoes to go out for a walk. I feel like I'm putting on a cool pair of sneakers, and it just so happens, if it starts raining, I'm Crystal. They have tons of styles to choose from. You can check out all of their looks at vessi.com/Beryl and use my code Beryl to give you 15% off your order.
Hi Beryl, hi everyone. My name is Genesis and I grew up and live in Tegucigalpa, Honduras. The dish I'd like to share with everyone is called mango verde en miel, or unripe mango in panela syrup. So this dish basically consists of small unripe mangoes that have been boiled in a sweet mixture of unrefined cane sugar and water that we usually call miel. What I love most about this dish is how well the tartness of the mango pairs with the sweetness of the syrup, and also the soft and meaty texture to eat after the fruit soaks up a lot of that liquid syrup. This dessert holds a very special place in my heart because it reminds me of how my siblings and I would harvest the mangoes straight from the tree in our backyard to help my mom prepare it. So it brings back a lot of good memories of spending quality time with my family, especially with my mother. You can find mangoes everywhere in Honduras, not just in markets, but also from street vendors, and enjoying them in panela syrup is quite common. However, I think that most people would use ripe mangoes instead of unripe mangoes, so this variation is somewhat unique. We eat this dish as a mid-afternoon snack, especially during mango season, which for our tree is between March and April. Mango verde en miel is a sweet treat, so anyone who has a sweet tooth should definitely give it a try. Enjoy!
Sometimes when I'm cooking for this show, I take pause and I'm like, what am I making? And this was definitely one of those instances. I've cooked once with green mangoes before. I made a green mango dal. This is very different from that. I'm not entirely sure how to eat it. I guess I just dig in here. It's, okay, hold on. I gotta like get past this outer layer here. Wait, what? Okay, here we go. Whoa. That is entirely unexpected. Okay, let me describe to you what just happened inside my mouth. The mango is so soft, it almost tastes like a puree. And there's a little bit of sourness, but like not really at all. It kind of tasted like a prune. That also could be this syrup that I made, which is like pretty thick. It's very rich and it's sweet, but not like make the side of your cheeks hurt sweet, a different type of sweetness. I think that this tastes good. I am just struggling to eat it. It's not that I didn't cook it enough because it's very soft. I'll try to show you guys how I'm struggling here. Like, so here's my mango, right? And the pit is in the way. I kind of feel like you have to like scoop it. When you do get to the pulp part of it, it's really, really good. But also, the seed is really big. It could be, these were very tiny green mangoes that I got. Maybe there just wasn't so much meat on them. I don't know. It's very humbling to struggle to eat on camera because I don't really know what to do right now. So I'm talking to fill the void while I'm trying to get the food. I'm gonna try another mango. I'll just, one second, camera. Okay, this time I'm just gonna use my fingers and try to just like pull off no, that's not working either. Okay, here's what it is. Flavors are great. I just don't think that these mangoes have a lot of meat on them. And that's the fault of the fruit. Come on! Ultimately, I picked the wrong fruit, you know? I picked the wrong fruit.
Hi, my name is Bhargavi and I live in Mumbai, India. But I'm originally from a small city in the state of Maharashtra called Amrakhanda. The dish that I'm going to talk about today is Amrakhanda. It is derived from two Sanskrit words, Amra meaning mango and Khanda meaning sugar candy. Amrakhanda brings together the lusciousness of hunkered and rich, vibrant flavors of mangoes. It is usually paired with puris and fulkas and shared with loved ones. One of my earliest memories of Amrakhanda takes me back to summer vacations that I spent with my cousins at my maternal hometown. In those days, we would tag along our grandfather to the market bright and early in the morning. And let me tell you, the market was a sight to behold. Our grandmother would carefully peel and puree each mango, making sure not a single drop was wasted. The process was a true labor of love. Oh, and the fights we used to have with our cousins over who got the biggest portion. These days, as we have all moved away, it's harder to create those magical moments. But every time I see Amrakhanda, it takes me back to those special times that I spent with my family. The store-bought version just doesn't compare to the stolen morsels from my childhood. So I wanted to share this memory from my family to yours, and I hope it inspires you to create your own special moments. I wish you all cherish the togetherness that Amrakhanda brings with itself.
I kind of have deja vu with this dish, and I feel like it was bound to happen. I kind of made this once before. The thing is, it was by a different name, and the ingredients were a little bit different, but yeah, puri and mango puree, I definitely did this before. It's a little different because of the hung curd, which I have never done before. I think that I didn't get all of the liquid out because it's like, this is still a little bit looser. Some of the photos that I saw, it was like really thick. It was harder, I think, to do than maybe I anticipated, but the idea was just that like you're removing all the moisture out of the yogurt so that it was just like the thick part of it, the whey, the curds. It was just the curds. Anyway, pour in mango puree, but this time with yogurt and some spices. I mean, she's kind of thick. Okay, even though it was a while ago, this definitely tastes different than the other one that I made of the amras puri. This is a lot sweeter, and I wonder if it's because of the mango pulp. Well, also there was powdered sugar in this. This feels more like a dessert to me. This on its own, really yummy, wow. A quick reminder to all of you in case you don't know, I have a website now and all of the recipes and stories of everybody that you hear in the show are going to be in the description, so you don't have to wander all around the internet trying to find stuff. You can go to my website and type in mango, poof, all these things will come up. And also the last episode, and you know, there will be 2 mango purees with puri recipes on there, but they're different. They were different.
Hi Beryl, I'm Charlie and I live in London, but I'm half Sri Lankan and a large part of my family live in Colombo in Sri Lanka. Today I'd like to share my Aunty Yvonne's recipe for a mango salad. Aunty Yvonne was my great aunt, a matriarch, a professional model in her heyday, and a former Miss Ceylon in 1962, and Ceylon is the old name for Sri Lanka. She was my mum's godmother as well as aunt, and she showed unwavering support and strength for my mum in some extremely difficult circumstances. She was a legendary socialite on the Colombo scene, and when we'd visit hotels in the city, she'd flow through them like she owned a place. Or the lobby managers, who'd fallen in love with her and her centerfolds decades ago, would fall over themselves to bring her extra cushions, complimentary drinks, drag over new chairs, and of course, she always made sure her guests were looked after well. I never saw her without her hair freshly done, her lips perfectly painted red, and a graceful smile on her face. Aunty Yvonne died a few months ago, but I will never forget her sense of humour, or her many lessons about generosity, correct posture, cursing like a Sri Lankan sailor, and most importantly, hosting. She was a real force of nature, and I will always miss her vivacity. When I was 12 or 13, she taught me her recipe for a mango and onion salad that could tie together any meal, breakfast, lunch or dinner, under the hot Sri Lankan sun. It is as elegant, refreshing and timeless as she was. As Aunty Yvonne would say, take your time with the plating. Think about how your guests will want to see it and eat it, and darling, make it pretty. Enjoy.
Charlie's story about his Aunty Yvonne was absolutely fabulous. She was spectacularly beautiful, my goodness. I also just loved the whole description of her being, and when Charlie said to make it beautiful, I took it to heart. I hope that I have done her and you proud. I think it looks really pretty. I'm also really excited because this is a savory mango dish, not a sweet one. I love red onion and I love lime juice. Ooh, the kick of the green chili was so nice with the really sweet and sourness flavor that I was happening. Whoa, my mouth is like watering because there's so many different flavors. Yum. I like when you add contrasting flavors to dishes, so you have sour and sweet and spicy. It's just great. Charlie said that the dish goes with anything, and I totally can see that. This is something that would be great for breakfast if you want a little bit of spice in the morning, but served with a protein of any sort, like fish or chicken would be great. If you're going vegetarian, like with roasted cauliflower or tofu, this would be so good. Summer barbecue, big bowl of this in the hot sun, heck yeah. It's just like cold and yummy. And what's great about it is that all of the ingredients are super, super accessible. So you could replicate this in any country, anywhere in the world. Whoa, okay. I was like trying to talk through that I ate like a really, really big piece of green chili. I thought it was getting stronger and then like certain things happen. I'm like, I can eat spice and then boom, the green chili takes you down. As I was saying, I think that this recipe is super accessible because all of the ingredients are not only affordable, but you can find them literally anywhere in the world. And when they come together, it's kind of like a cacophony of flavors and it feels bigger than the sum of its parts, if that makes sense. Also, the red onions and the lime juice kind of made this pink liquid around it that's just very pretty on this white plate. On the surface, I think that you could look at a salad like this and be like, yeah, like, you know, it's just like a mango and onion salad. But coupled with the story of Charlie's aunt, it just like, it's so much more than that. And it really reminds me of the episode that I did of meals that we make that remind us of people who have passed away, and I'll link it in the description. But I think that it really exemplifies that idea that food can be food, it can be yummy and it can be fun to eat, but it can also be tied so closely to our memories and to people we love and to just who we are. And this dish is, to me, like, it's more than just a mango and onion salad now. It's Charlie's aunt's salad, and if you all make it, it's just cool to think that you guys could make it as well. And then that dish gets carried around the world with that memory attached to it. Yeah. It's great.
Hi everyone, my name is Maymun. I'm from Toronto, Canada, and my family and I are originally from Somalia, and the dish I want to share is the Somali mango milkshake. The Somali mango milkshakes are essentially just a milkshake that's made from mango pulp, milk, vanilla, or butterscotch ice cream, and a pinch of salt. I like this drink a lot because it's easy to prepare and it always tastes great. Any variation you make, whether it's either adding strawberry jam to the bottom of your cup or adding a dash of cardamom to your seasoning or flavoring, this actually gives it a mango lassi taste. Honestly, I love this drink because it reminds me of the times my older sister would prepare this for Ramadan, and we would break our fast and have this at the end of our meal, and it just reminds me of good times around the family table. Mango shakes are a pretty common drink that you can find in any Somali restaurant. Overall, mangoes are pretty common in Somali cuisine. It's kind of one of the most popular fruits in the country. A traditional meal you find in the Somali cuisine is essentially Somali rice, which is kind of like biryani, the way it's prepared, and some goat meat. And honestly, mango shakes are the perfect ending and pairing to this meal because it kind of closes and you have the sweetness of the mango shake at the end. This is commonly had usually around after lunch or after dinner. It's kind of like a feel-good drink after any of those meals. It's a refreshing way to cool down during the summertime, and it's a feel-good drink, and it tastes great no matter what way you prepare it. And honestly, it's my favorite milkshake to have. But yeah, that's all about the Somali mango milkshake. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.
We're finishing with another mango drink. This one's really different though because there's no rice, there's fruit at the bottom, and there's ice cream in it, and there's some cardamom in it. There's a lot of fun flavors going on here. This actually does taste like a lassi. Whoa. I mean, it's a mango shake, and nobody balks at a mango shake. I put this little palm tree of mint in it to try to... I always gotta get a pop of green in there. Stick this whole mint leaf in here. I put a little bit of rose petal at the top as well, really trying to like zhuzh it. I want some of this. It's not lingonberry jam, just so you all know. You might have thought that I was sneaky because the only jam I ever use is lingonberry. It's not, it's raspberry, because I had raspberry. Getting that like burst of the raspberry at the bottom is a very fun touch. This is fabulous. I mean, It's a lot of dairy for me, but it's kind of like a worth it type of dairy, you know what I mean? I don't care if I have to, if I'm bloated later. This is the first time that we've had a dish from Somalia submitted, so that was exciting. Obviously, there's a lot more to Somalian cuisine than a mango shake, but this is a great start. And you know, it's something that's very accessible, so you can make a mango shake at home, give it this little bit of zhuzh, and have a little taste of Somalia out of your own kitchen. After having done 2 mango episodes, I can honestly say that I have learned a lot about mangoes, and that has been a fabulous experience. If there is a mango dish that you're like, but you're still missing out on this one, it's the best, leave it in the comments because I got some extra mangoes and would love to try a few more dishes this mango season. Over here you will find the first mango episode if you want to watch that one, as well as a playlist for all of the episodes all about fruits. All of the recipes, as a reminder, are in the description and on my website, beryl.nyc, and I will see you all in my next episode.